Utie oha extra punk no.
Needs FM.
Budget and Kotum Masibi Fina to some for the choir. Yakin can you know? A friend of Masibi, you have 4 more names for no better, no more share. Putron Menkane, budget no more diabano. The car are buying here. Near a buying Edisicane Ebeye. 2 are buying Ebeje. And ahunhari adebeba o mani mu na ahokyere adebeba wo se mrase be yofo hweta no mani na efe ye bobo hu wi na mfi se no bi wo mu a wirem is too harsh for the economic and social conditions are. At least they need to raise those issues for government to reconsider it. That was exactly what the minority did. The budget are binding the parliament no. The budget does not address all the socio-economic needs of the country at the moment. In addition to that, wasteful spending, the profligate expenditure of the executive, the waste of public resources and the public purse, and the blatant rape of public resources for the past 5 years, government must be accountable to the citizens. And one of the ways by which government can be accountable to the citizens, where parliament exercises its oversight responsibility over the executive. The parliament and function in that manner, at least to me and in my humble opinion, it might constitute a deformity to our democracy. So last Friday, the NDC side, and the minority side of parliament do exactly just that. But we shouldn't forget that the 2020 elections produced a hung parliament. Obia 137. Except one independent candidate who declares on no business on the side of the majority, on the side of the MPP, giving them a majority group +1. But there is no group or more parliamentary or more absolute majority. So, when issues of this nature was tabled, there needed to be consensus. But at the time,
and he's for one not to disrupt anybody because you cannot know. I want welcome.
Thank you.
Okay, Haruna Alleges.
At the time when I came here, some Rashabe Jofio or Mampeni, Mammy Nuabaka no Furiata or the Ghana Sika seminar Shannon, can budget New Year. Kobe attended even proceedings, no share debate, said the economy, no ho, Kotna Water region. Obedu ye, then some more kind so government will find a way and handle the minority so that they can approve the budget. How is government going to find a way and handle the majority for them to approve the budget? And the last day I be approved budget on Friday, you were there. Just a few hours to the parliament sitting, Obawa or Siyama concessions. They approve part of the budget now. How can parliament approve the budget without concession? Now more honorable honorable Chairman Sabonshu, you led your majority side to the chamber. Speaker Bet Nasi. Despite all the time or the moment to organize yourself and come, you came. Speaker, I'm on ruling say. Prayer Finance Minister Diabase, you know approve budget on the pending concessional agreement. No, Parliament did not agree. After Markin raised objection, that he disagrees with the Speaker's ruling. Of course, one must say order 109 of almost any orders, agrees with Asamoah Afeyo Markin second. So Afeyo Markin raised objection. That Speaker say Yanko Tuaba. Whilst in the process of organizing to vote, you allow a backbencher, prior to MP, I am told, came from behind and asked who Honorable Chairman Sabonso and your group to leave the chamber, and you left. Budget about a Jemqua budget. Come and sit down and approve the budget. You ran away. You couldn't sit down and defend your own budget. But for mind you, as of last Friday, Parliament recorded a total number of people who were present. But then people learn that they don't have the numbers. So because they don't have the numbers, they cannot even sit in to defend the budget because Honorable said Chairman Sabonsu, Abra, Minority Leader, Honorable Haruna Alleges, and making the final submissions every year. Now your friend also say, also making the defense either to accept or the budget should be approved or otherwise. He could not even give a succinct, coherent, and proper argument to convince the House and the nation and the world why that government policy statement should be approved. He couldn't. Nelson Okaina was full of aspersions and insinuations. And I'm at time, budget 2015 a year away, 2014 a year away. We've gone past that. We've gone past that. So we're dealing with the issues of substantively before the House at that material time. Why the need of referring back to 2014-15 budget? Eventually, they boycotted sitting, and the Speaker had to table the motion because Mama Demo budget about to run away. And the Parliament side, as at that time, took a decision on the matter. Now, they went and ran. In fact, Speaker Ma, budget, Parliament, and making that determination away, they stepped out and started doing press conference, calling the Speaker all manner of names, and agitating on the airwaves, granting interviews left, right, center, and claiming that they overturned the decision of the Parliament. The decision the Parliament took last Friday, they were going to turn it. And yesterday, they gathered to overturn the decision purportedly, as they claim. But for him, ye kab mamin kab ya mamunu, ni fapemina na se mra be yedwuma. Mra no say yedwuma should be fairly, not seen to be done, but it must be done in the letter and the spirit of the law. I am not a lawyer. And then, a while sitting here to study a lawyer. Therefore, Siyakasa, we look at the Emranaka and we also argue on it literally. Meminti asimu, Saosha Order 109. And then, Article 104, Clause 1 and 3, particularly are relying on the 1, and with your kind permission offer, I mean kind 1, say the Eka 104, no say, except as otherwise provided in this Constitution, matters in Parliament shall be determined by the vote of the majority of members present and voting, with at least half of the members of the House present. Then say, where the vote on any motion are equal, it shall be taken to be lost. Now, Tausha even showed the surfaces of some way without even going to the interpretation because the Supreme Court have the original jurisdiction to the interpretation. Mintias say, particularly on Article 140 Clause 1 now, Musiki to rely on. Osha Parliament or the Standard Order 109 now. A Bribia member be because a community or presided as a speaker at that time no, were losing original right to vote. Is that member cannot vote on the matter on the floor of the Parliament at the time. So, maybe say that the provision of the standing order, just opposing that against this provision of Article 104, Clause 1, no, talks about the vote and not the people who are in the building at the time.
Needs FM.